All right. Likutei Moharan Torah Chav Ches. So yesterday we learned that it is not possible to acquire a chesed, the kind of chesed with which one overcomes his adversaries and rectifies the fallen alfin, the alephs, which basically embody the heretical perception that there's a limit to what the Kodesh Baruch Hu can do. The way to get to this chesed, the only way to get to this chesed is by hosting Talmidei Chachamim Tzadikim to his house. And we went through the proofs that the Rebbe brings, that the Gemara says anybody who hosts Talmidei Chachamim and Tzadikim, Kilu Yikriv Tomid, and they said this is Prinas Kevesh. This is what's the pshat? How does one zoich to chesed? By being mishamash a Talmid Chacham, by serving a Talmid Chacham. So the Gemara says in Ksubas, anybody who prevents his Talmud from serving him is preventing chesed from him. So the term keves, the word keves, chaf beis shin, either saying kevesh or keves, they mean one or two things. First of all, it means a lamb, of course. It also means a ramp. It also means being conquered or trodden, or to conquer, or to trod, lichbosh. To conquer is lichbosh. So they said that also we have the same concept is, we're saying about pickling, right? Is herring kavush, right? What does it mean kavush? It means it's trampled, it's conquered by water or whatever it is that you use it, that conquers it and changes its texture, its state. We have a halacha, if you leave meat, in unsalted meat, in water, for 24 hours, it becomes treif. Why? It's because we have a klal in kashus as kovush kemevushal dami, that being kovush in water, being conquered, being covered, being trodden by water, affects as cooking. And if the meat wasn't kosher before it's cooked, then it's treif. There's nothing you can do about it. So, and we know that pickling cooks. It's a different kind of cooking, but it does cook, obviously. So we have the union of kevesh means something which is trodden, something which is kovush, something which is under, overwhelmed, under the authority there, whatever it is, of something else. Kevesh is a ramp, okay, that an incline or a ramp. You go kevesh on mizbeach, right? That's the ramp leading up to the mizbeach. What do you do on it? You step on it. You trod on it. It's called kevesh because it's being trodden on, being stepped on. Okay, so he says the meaning of kevesh is that the Talmud is zoichet chesed when he's kavush tachas yad rabbi, when he is trodden under the hand of his rav. When he serves him, when he said this is zoichet to kevesh. So it says Tamid without the Yud is Gematria Dalad Alfin. With this, you rectify the Dalad Alfin. So, and the Rebbe says, Lemi Medan Misiach. He says, who gets into trouble? Anybody who talks too much. That's usually the guy who gets into trouble. You think everybody needs to hear your opinion. Usually, when does a pepper get into trouble with his wife? When he says what he thinks. Thank you very much. The holiday Lemi Medanim Lemi Siach. It says, the Rebbe explains it all together when a Siach is Rashi Tevis Shed Chacham Shed Yehudi. When he's Talmid Chacham Shed Yehudi, he brings the Medanim, he brings the Dinim, he brings the Snagdus and Cherpas to Evdei Hashem. Okay. This is what we learned yesterday. So we'll sum it up and says there are people who hear Torah from Talmidei Chachamim, Shedim Yudoim, who receive their Torah from the Shedim. And that causes these people who learn Torah from these people, from these Talmidei Chachamim, to fall into kfiras, to fall into heresy, as if HaKadosh Baruch Hu cannot help them. This is above HaKadosh Baruch Hu's pay grade. And because of that, they talk down and derogatorily about Talmidei Chachamim. So the Eitz of Yireh Hashem, to get over that and to overcome their adversaries is to be Mishamesh Talmidei Chachamim Amitiyim. With this, they are zoche to Chesed and Amunah. That enables them to overcome their adversaries and to fix the fallen alofin. And now the Rebbe is going to explain how all this is alluded to in the question, in the answer of Savda Be'atuna and Rabbi Yeshua ben Chananya. By the way, I said yesterday that it seems to me, b'derech efshar, that's the one of the meanings of the 13 midos of Rachamim. We say Hashem, Kel, Rachum, V'chanun, Erech, Apayim, V'av Chesed, V'emes, No Yitzchak Chesed, La'alofim, Nosei Avon, V'afesh, V'chachal, V'noken. Is, you say Hashem, Kel, Rachum, V'chanun, Erech, Apayim, V'av Chesed. All here you're talking about the accumulation of Chesed, through which Chesed V'emes, through which you are Noitzar Chesed, you're making an arsenal of Chesed to sweeten and to subdue the Alofim Nefulim, the Alofim that fell down. And through which it is...
The Alofim?
Yeah, the Alofim is the fallen Aleph. That's the source of the Torah. Noitzar Chesed Alofim, there's Alufa Esav, the Alofim that fell down to Esav, that fell down to... So this is what it says. This is what the sages of Athens said to Rabbi Yeshua ben Chananya. Bnei lam beisa ba'avir de alma. Build us a house in midair. And what's alluded to is Eilu bnei Adam haroitzim la'aruch avodosam al dei HaTorah. These are the people, because these people who want to establish their avodas Hashem based on the Torah that they hear from the Talmidei Chacham Shem Yudoim. Ube'emes en al ma she'yismochu. The truth of the matter is they have nothing to prop them up. It is equal to wanting to buy a house in midair. You can't buy a house in midair; it has nothing to rest on. You want to base avodas Hashem on a Torah of Talmidei Chacham Shed Yudoi, it's as hopeless as trying to prop up, to build a house that is suspended in midair. These Talmidei Chachamim, the Shedim Yodoim, the Jewish demons, and Porchim Ba'ovir, they are floating in midair. They're no pun intended. They're full of hot air. Basically, what it means to say is that they're full with demyonis. They're full with apicorsis. They're filled with and they're filled with wonderful proofs and mashalim and supposed, they're terrific. They're amazing to listen to. Okay, but they're about as helpful to Avodas Hashem as Kmo Shedim Shporachim Ba'aver. This is very much the same like the demons that float in midair, that fly in the air. Rabbi Shimon Chaya said, can you please open the door? We need the light. That doesn't matter. The light. Rabbi Shimon Chaya said Hashem, and it stood between the heaven and earth. Hainu Talmid Chacham Ha'amiti, the true Talmid Chacham, the true tzaddik, uben Shmaya la'aron, is between the heaven and the earth. What does it mean? The Targumoy of the pasuk ki kol b'shamayim va'aretz. In Divrei Yomim it says ki kol b'shamayim va'aretz. The Targum says the achid b'shmaya va'aretz, that holds both the bridges, the heaven and the earth. The Zohar Kodesh says that this applies to the Sfiras HaYesod. The Sfiras HaYesod, supposedly it's just the final tool to take all the shefa that comes from all the spheres and project it into the Malchus. But the truth of the matter is that all the spheres are basically a Yesod. All the structure of the spheres is aimed at bringing the Shefa from above and to project it below. It doesn't matter, if it's a Chesed, if it's a Gvura, it's a Tiferes, if it's this, Chochmah, Bina, that everything exists for the purpose of being an interface, of being a transmission from above to below. Okay? The Yesod, when you check out the spheres, you're saying like, wow, check out the Chesed, this is like giving, check out the Gvur, that's might, check out the net. Each one of them is like, and the Yesod, what is the Yesod? The Yesod is just a tube, basically, through which everything goes through. There's, the unglorified messenger, just like, as if, but the truth of the matter is that everything is really a Yesod. The Yesod itself is the purest manifestation of the bittul of the Bria, of all that exists in the Bria, to the Creator. Yesod is the tzaddik. That's the Ois B'Rish Kodesh is the Yesod. Thank you very much. That was an airplane. As it says, the tzaddik Yesod Olam. The role of the tzaddik is to bring the dibur, the Ratzon HaKodesh Baruch Hu, and to project it into the people that mekaben from him. The epitome of the Yesod, of tzaddik, is Yosef, right? Yosef HaTzadik. How was he zeicher to that moniker of Yosef HaTzadik? Because he was keeping his bris. He is the one, his claim to fame, so to speak, was his kedusha, was his sanctity, not falling into that particular trap. So the Zohar says, "Histalkusa de Yesoda ad Abba ve'Ima." Really, the Yesod goes up. The essence of the Yesod, of being the transmission system, reaches all the way to Chochmah and Bina, to Abba ve'Ima. Because that's what everything that comes afterwards is all about. It's just to transmit Abba ve'Ima into the Malchus. That's it. So the tzaddik so the Zohar Kodesh says, tzaddik da kol. The word kol talks about the tzaddik, says the Zohar. About whom it is said, the ochid ben shmaya la'ara. The tzaddik is, kol is the tzaddik, whose nature is that he connects, he combines heaven and earth. Any transmission has to reach the engine on one side and reach the wheels on the other side. All right? So it combines the Shemayim and the Aretz, the engine and the wheels. That is called kol. Kol, that means kolel. It means it makes it all into one piece. Everything. That is the tzaddik. The achid b'shmai v'aretz. It connects Shemayim v'aretz. And it by itself looks as if it's nothing. It's just a tube. It's like you can see this in a very powerful way with Yosef HaTzadik. What is he? Is he a tribe? No. There's no Shevet Yosef. There's Menashe and Ephraim, it's children. They are Shvatim. Yosef is not a Shevet. There's no distinction. There's no flag. He says, this is the flag of Yosef. No such thing.
He wasn't one of the 12 brothers?
He's one of the 12 brothers, but there's no Shevet Yosef. There are two Shvat of Menashe and Ephraim, his children. But there's no Shevet Yosef. Okay, so if he's not a Shevet, but his children are Shvatim, so you must be one of the others, right? You must be one of the patriarchs. No. Avram, Yitzchak, Yaakov. That's it. Somehow lost in the shuffle is Yosef. Yeah, where's Yosef? He's not a patriarch. And he's not a Shevet, He's like a nobody. So what is he? What he is, he's both. He combines both the Avos and the Shvatim.
Connects them.
He's the one who connects them. He himself is like non-existent. The Anova, the total... the total bittul of Yosef, biladai Elokim yaneh es shlom paroi. Kadosh Baruch Hu will, can tell Paro, everything that he needs to know without me. I'm not a factor in here, Yet everything depends on Yosef. Without the interface of Yosef, the Shvatim cannot receive from the others. Yosef connects the Avos, which is Abba ve'Ima, obviously, that's the Moichin, and the Shvatim, through his two children. So, he says, Talmid Chacham Amiti hu ben Shmaya le'or. The true Talmid Chacham is between heaven and earth. As the Targum says, Ki kol b'shamayim v'aretz, da'oche b'shmaya v'ara. Which is because the tzaddik, with Zechet Shmiras Abrises we just explained, that connects the upper spheres, which represent the Shamayim, and the Malchus, which represents the Aretz, the land. The Omar Apikuli Livnei V'tina Me'osam. Bring out to me, Livnei V'tina Me'osam. Livnei literally means brick, and Tina means more, cement, whatever it is, that bricks and mortar. But Tina also in Hebrew means hate, a grudge. To hold a grudge, this means lishmer or linter Tina, to keep a Tina, to keep a grudge, to keep a hidden hate. A grudge against this guy. So he says, Kitino nichnas belibam, because through hearing the Torah of Talmidei Chacham Shem Yehudim, a hatred enters the heart of those who hear Torah from them. Because it's embedded in the makeup of the Torah, because they receive the Torah from the Shadim. The Shadim, as we explained, are the concept that there's a limit to what a HaKadosh Baruch Hu can do. So that heresy, subtle, that poison enters the heart. V'nasa libam lev ha'evan, and their heart becomes a stone heart. A heart that does not feel. When the true Talmid Chacham sees their bad thought, the first thing he tells them is, Sheyotziu atino milibam. Just take the hatred, take the grudge out of your heart, out of the stone heart. Apiko, get out, livna v'tino, the brick, the stone, and the grudge from the stone heart. V'alichbeu b'Kadosh Baruch Hu, and stop, being heretical against the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Ki atina v'lev ha'evan, because the grudge, the hatred of the Kadosh Baruch Hu, and the stone heart, comes from Hasam, from there. What is there? Hainu b'chinas ha'alofim and nefulim. Ha'alofim and nefulim, these fallen olives, shem begimatria Hasam. Hasam is numerical value of alfin and nefulim, the fallen olives. Because 4 times olives together with the koilel comes up to Hasam. So the tzaddik tells them, take out the hatred which is embedded in your heart, which causes your heart to be a heart of stone, which causes you to disbelieve in the Kadosh Baruch Hu. So they say to him, was that somebody can get there? In other words, what they told him, who is capable of elevating these fallen olives? You're talking about this abstract bechina, which is like, how can you even get there? You have to understand what they're actually asking is that for the Torah to go through the Alpha and the Fulin means that your thought it's like your thought that comes out of your seichel. Okay? Now, you are aware of what you're thinking, right? But you're not aware of how you're thinking. you have no grasp on the mechanism that is thinking your thoughts, right? That's totally beyond your cognition. I don't know how my mind works. I know what I'm thinking, I know what's the product, but I have no idea, about the machine, about the seichel, about my intellect. I don't know how it works. I know what my opinions are. I know what I know, what I don't know, whatever, or what I feel. But that mechanism, the seichel, whatever it is totally, it's beyond my reach. The alpha and the fulin are the source from where the Torah comes from. So this is, you have to get that from Hossam, from the alpha and the fulin. It says, who can do that? You don't have a reach to that. Literally, is there anybody who can build a house between the Shemayim and the Aretz? What he told me is as follows. The way to do it, instead of learning from these Talmidei Chachamim, brilliant as they might be, that receive their Torah from the Shadim, learn your Torah from the Talmidei Chachamim Amitim, who are really, they're not suspended in mid-air, means that like the Shadim, which means they're neither here nor there, but rather verkehrt, they connect the here and there. This is Talmidei Chachamim Amitim. They connect the Shemayim Va'aretz. The Shadim, they says that Porchim Ba'ober, they're flying in the air, which means they're not in the Shemayim and they're not in the Aretz. They're without any meaning. They don't give. There's nothing good in this. It's just in Arabic. There's a saying that in Israel they took it up. It's called Shufuni Anash. It means, look at me, people. Check me out. Am I cool or what? It's like, look at me. The cat in the hat. Look at me now. It's like check me out. This is what the Shadim is all about. Look what I can do. Man, am I good. It's all about me. Just check me out and see how beautiful I am. How incredible my Torah is, and how brilliant it is, and how everything fits together, like a fine lady's watch. It's unbelievable. When you base your Torah on the Torah that comes from them, your heart becomes hard stone, and it is filled with hatred for true Talmidei Chachamim. But when you base your Torah, when you hear Torah from the Talmidei Chachamim Tzadikim Amitim, they're also Ben Shmai Ar, but they connect the Shemayim Ba'aretz. They bring about the lesson from a Kodesh Baruch Hu, really how to serve a Kodesh Baruch Hu, and brings it down to the Aretz. Okay. I know Misha. Whoever it is, it needs to be open. Mamash open. So thank you. Because they are zoichet tikkun abris really b'shleimus. That's why they embody the Sfiras HaYesod that connects the Shemayim Va'aretz. Because those people that build their homes, that build their Yiddishkeit through Talmidei Chachamim Amitim, yesh lahem al ma sheismachu. They have what to rest on, what to build upon. Ki Talmidei Chachamim Amitim, the true Talmidei Chachamim, and Yesod Kol Davar. They are the foundation of everything. They're the base of everything. Anybody who his house is a congregation place to Chachamim, he brings Talmidei Chachamim into his house. As the Isha Shanama said, Ish Kodesh Oved Alanu Tomim, Nase Aliyah Skir. She built her house, and her Aliyah Skir, literally it means an attic, but Aliyah Skir means let's elevate ourselves by being we have a residence, we have an Ish Kodesh that comes to us constantly. Let's base our advancement in Yiddishkeit, our ascent in Kedusha on our bias is based on Talmidei Chachamim, by hosting true Talmidei Chachamim. When a person brings the true Talmidei Chachamim into his house and serves them and receives Avodah Hashem from them, it is considered like he is building his spiritual home based on the true Talmidei Chachamim. And when he's mishamash them, when he services them, he's like downtrodden under them. Bring me this, take me there, do me this, do me that. With this, there's Reicha to Chesed, there's Reicha to Emunah. And what they do is they elevate the fallen olives. They take out the hatred and the grudge from the hearts, from the stone heart of those who had Torah from Talmidei Chacham Shem Yadayim. In other words, you rectify absolutely everything, the whole process, by connecting to the Talmidei Chachamim, Amitim, Tzadikim Amitim, and serving them, being Kovash Tachas Yalav. Ad Kan, Likutei